Hey guys, Tronicle here, and welcome back to another mock review. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Crier. Now, this was my entry to William Inferno Studios' maniacally marvelous mock contest of Detrax proportion. I forgot what the contest was called. But, yeah, so I know what you're thinking. That contest was not, like, recent. Well, essentially, I just saw this mock sitting on my floor the other day, and I thought to myself, hey! I should probably do something about that. So yeah, here we are today, finally doing a mock review of it, so I can take him apart, because he has some pretty useful pieces. So with all that said, let's get into the review. Given that the contest was such a long time ago, just a little kind of refresher, the main goal of the contest was to build a kind of, disciple or follower of Makuta Detrax, who is the main villain of William Inferno Studios continuity, and to have the mock include trans neon orange somewhere in the color scheme. And shout out to that freaking loser, Kevlar Mox, for getting first place and getting that Detrax hat that he freaking, Chapter Omega hat, rather, that he freaking always flexes to me. It's fine, we're friends, it's fine, I'm joking. But yeah, so regardless, I did definitely have a lot of fun, building, this guy. And, yeah, okay, so I wanted my entry to really look like it was in pain. Like, I wanted it to look like this being is a follower of Detrax who is in pain and does not want to be a follower of Detrax. So yeah, this is what I came up with, and I'm overall pretty happy with how it turned out. So what started the whole kind of building process was, and I'll be honest, this guy is super top heavy. Like, if these friction adders were not on him, he would be toppling over. And also, these two black spikes on the top here fall off all the time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take them off preemptively here. So what inspired this mock from the beginning was I wanted to give him like a creepy, like kind of like faceless mask to really kind of get across the fact that this guy is completely, he has no free will of his own. He is a complete, like, slave of Detrax. I did actually write a little backstory snippet thing for him. I won't go into that here. I'll just put it on screen, what I wrote for him. So yeah, I started building this little mask here, and I don't know, like, I wanted to give the mask more curves, not make it this, like, blocky. But, like I said, I was kind of on a time limit building this guy, and I had a lot more, kind of blocky pieces than sort of curved pieces. So in the end, this is what I came up with, and I'm pretty happy with it. I will say, probably my least favorite part about the mask is from there, I was inspired by, or as for the rest of the body, after I built the mask, I was inspired by the weird, like, freaking Spider Woman, but not the one who, like, fights Dormammu, the one from Coraline, where I wanted the whole body and stuff. It kind of had that uncanny valley look, where it's like, how could something like this ever exist and, like, live functionally? So I wanted the body to be kind of like a really weird shape, so I made it like this U shape. And that might actually be my favorite part about the build. I'm really happy with how this body turned out, especially with how this kind of bottom part works, where I was able to fill it in a lot of the black pieces, and then I kind of like how this crotch area kind of flows into the legs. Then, comes up, you got this crazy frill thing on the back, got this row of spikes, and then it comes into this Benton Torso. Really happy, by the way, I was able to get a chance to use this Benton Torso. This is a really useful torso for mocking. If you're ever building a mock that needs like wings or forearms, use this torso. It is such a useful torso for that. Then from there, it kind of flows into the head. I'll be honest, these tires are kind of not in position, but they're really annoying to, like, get it positions to look right. So, yeah, I just said screw with those. So, yeah, that was the body, and I kind of gave it just a flimsy little tail thing in the back. So, moving on from the torso, moving on to the arms. I'll be honest, these arms were kind of half-assed. As you can see, the two upper arms are built differently than the two lower arms. The upper arms use these kind of Technic pieces, the lower arms use these clip pieces. That is 100% because by the time I got to the arms, and specifically the claws, I was kind of running low on these clip pieces at the time, so I did have to build each arm different. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. At the end of the day, I still do like how the arms kind of look with like the shaping to get that whole weird spider Coraline look across. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the arms. So moving on to the legs. As for the lower legs, I'm really happy with how this shaping looks down here. Here's another mocking tip. Use tires to fill in gaps. Tires are so useful for filling in gaps in mocks. And yeah, I'm really happy with how the shaping came along here with the 3 tires to create this kind of arch. And then moving on to the upper legs, I don't know, they're not the best. I don't really like how this Metro Red bone piece looks, but it was really the only bone piece I had because I ran out of black ones that would fit all of these trans neon orange pieces on. I do like how those look, and I especially like how my lighting is all over the place here. I'm sorry about that. I do especially like how many like different trans neon orange pieces I was able to use there. So yeah, upper legs aren't the best. Lower legs I'm pretty happy with. And yeah, that's actually pretty much it for the build. Yeah, like I said, the body is definitely the part of the build that I am most happy with the shaping and everything. And then the arms and legs aren't really there's not too much to write home about there, but I still do think overall the mock turned out pretty good. So as I grab good old Galimata, here is a size comparison. And yeah, as you can obviously see in the size comparison and just throughout the review, yeah, he is definitely a one of my bigger mocks. And what literally that came down to was these two pieces. I really wanted to use those two flame pieces as the kind of a, edgy flame tier stuff. So yeah, I wanted to use those two pieces as the tiers. So in order to do that and make the mask, make it like look like in scale of the mask, I had to make the mask of this specific size. And I wanted the mask to be kind of small compared to the rest of the body. And I mean, I know, it's still a pretty big build, but I wanted to, I didn't want the mask to kind of, take over the whole body. So, yeah, that's why I decided to build the mock as big as I did. And also, that just kind of helped with getting the whole kind of creepy shaping and whatnot across. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this mock, though. So, I will move Gali out of here, move him back into focus, and that will be wrapping up this review. I'm sorry again that this review of this mock is kind of late. Probably should have done it back when the contest was actually going on, but better late than never, am I right? So yeah, I've been clapping too much at this end part. I'm gonna go take this guy apart, and yeah, thanks for watching.